What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy 3MG here, back with the Squash for Squash Sundays. We actually did not air last Sunday. Actually, we did a live stream and stuff like that for you guys. But I just want to say we're coming up around the year anniversary of 3MG Nation. We're gonna have we're actually coming up with a new name for the team, so that it represents all of us as a whole. We're also coming up with a nice video for you guys. Once again, I'm actually thank you guys, because you guys show a lot of support on the actual Squash Sunday show. I didn't expect it to really receive that much attention, to be honest with you, in the very beginning, but you guys are really feeling it. So hopefully you guys are actually following my peoples on social media. All their links are going to be in the description as always. But let's get into this. So we got Swank in the building. Swank, introduce yourself.
Yo, what's going on, people? Glad to be back on the show. Another episode of Squash Sundays, and we got some good topics. Gonna be lit.
Facts. We got Chef in the building. Chef,
what's going on, YouTube? Happy to be here, Squash Sunday, and let's talk about our topics and have a good time. Let's go.
Alright. We got Pseudo in the building.
What up, y'all? Hope y'all having a good day. Hope y'all had a good Halloween, which was a few weeks back, and let's get into these topics.
Alright, next we got Barry.
What's going on, y'all? I'm just glad to be here. Shout out to the crew. Let's do it.
Alright, then we got Mr. SMG. That's who I beat. Yeah.
Did my intro for me, but that's anything. That SMG, that's who I be. Let's get into these topics.
Alright, then we got TheFamousKing X.
TheFamousKing X. Nah, what's up, yo? I just want a heads up. We record these on Thursday, and the Falcons playing the Bucks. So if I seem distracted in any form, or I make like a weird facial expression, or get pissed off and just like stop paying attention,
just walk out the room.
Yeah, I'm watching it. If I just slap my camera off my shit,
yeah,
just know
this is pre-recorded.
I'm watching the game during the joint. So yeah.
All right, so but yeah, let's get into this. I mean, you said the Falcons are playing, so by the time Sunday, obviously you guys are gonna see what's going on. But the first thing I want to get into is bringing it back to Mr. Lil Wayne, and the craziest thing for me is seeing how stupid, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna say retarded this man is, considering he spoke on an episode, I think it was Undisputed, right?
Yes.
And when they asked him about what's going on, obviously he tried to not put himself in that category of a victim or someone who has experienced this type of matter of racism, because he tried to say, like, when he does concerts, everybody's involved, and he sees everybody. He sees whites, blacks, and all the other.
He said he's never experienced racism ever in his life. He's saying.
And Undisputed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Nightline.
Nightline.
No, I'm saying as far
as
Undisputed.
Undisputed
the first.
Yeah, Undisputed. He also says he makes some comments, but then Swank, if you want to lead on with the whole Nightline, what happened there? What was the access?
Yeah, because like on Undisputed, like the way the guy asked him, like presented the question to him, it was more of a like a conversation, nonchalant type of way. And like he gave his input, gave his opinion, and like at that time when he said it, nobody said nothing like towards him in a mean way. They were just like, okay, like he was blessed enough to not have to go through this, so like he don't feel this type of way. And he went on this other interview. First off, the question before that, she was like, would you be mad if somebody call your daughter a hoe or a bitch? And I'm just like, you can't ask a dude, you can't ask a dad that, you can't ask a father that if somebody be mad if somebody talks to your kids that way. So already you're gonna be some type of heated, and then like from there, like you can't really respect the interview to be like professional as it should have been. And so then that's when she asked the Black Lives Matter question, and at that point I see like he kind of snapped, but I see how people see the interview, they're just like mad and just like, yo, you don't support Black Lives Matter. But if you don't support something, then it doesn't mean you got to be harassed for it. Just because he doesn't support it doesn't mean he got to get all this hate. But at the same time, it's like he spoke his opinion, gave a reason why, and he gave examples. But people have just been like, Black Lives Matter, you should represent it, you're black and all that. Not all black people gonna support that, man.
Well, I'll be honest with you, it wasn't that people weren't like acceptance of his whole, his opinion on it. It was what he was saying. Like, what is that? Like, I don't know what that is.
I heard y'all say he said that he a black dude and he on stage, white people record him, so clearly his life matters. Is that what he said?
Yeah, he says something along that lines. Then he also says, you know, I never, but that was on Undisputed. He was like, I never experienced this. He goes, when I look at my audience, I see everybody, meaning like a whole bunch of different people of race. But that's fine. You know, you want to make sure people know, like Lil Wayne, all right, fine, that's cool. That's how you feel. That's how you go about your life. You don't have that type of issue. But when asked on Nightline, it's not the fact that he had an opinion saying, listen, I don't want to be a part of all these movements. I feel like all lives matter. No, he didn't say that. In fact, he made it seem like he wasn't aware of what's going on. Then try to be like, I'm not about that bullshit. Like,
that's not believable either. He from Louisiana.
That's
like he
what
grew
I'm
up
saying.
in Louisiana. That's the South. I'm
And
sure
like-
he went through it.
And like I said earlier, like the first interview, the guy asked him in a respectable way. Like the way like she came at him, like with the previous questions as well, like it was just coming at him. Like it wasn't like in a respectable type of way.
It's almost like a two-way error. I'm sorry, Swank. It was almost like a two-way error, like the way you present the question and just the way he presented himself. I feel like he could just had a choice of better choice of words.
She set the tone for him to answer in that.
But not only that, the fact that, and this is the thing, at the end of the day, yeah, Lil Wayne, I'm gonna be honest with you, he really fucked up by saying that, because no one's asking you to recognize, or you have to know, or you have to recognize what's going on. The fact of it was his answer towards it. Like, you've been in the game for almost 20 plus years or so. You had to be in the game for that long. You've had interviews before. For yourself
he know
to
better.
not, you should know better.
Floyd did the same thing.
Floyd, of course, and guess what? They both apologized outside of the arena in which they had made these statements. Lil Wayne apologized. If you have to apologize to the public, then you know you did something wrong. If you're apologizing just because you want to just come out here and say, no, you ain't got no managers telling you, listen, you're fucking up contracts if you don't apologize. No, Lil Wayne don't give a fuck. He got money even if he's still baby.
He all in commercials. He good, He all in the Samsung commercial.
But that's what I'm saying.
And it's not like he don't like know nothing about it, because when he did his concert in Louisiana, I think it was like in the summer or in August, like he was even like promoting Black Lives Matter. Somebody else brought that up to me like the other day.
Yeah, it's like he contradicted.
Also, don't forget about for all my Carter friends, Carter 3, Misunderstood, and a lot of other songs.
Is that the one he's going off?
The outro.
Yeah, he's going off.
Don't get it.
That's my big argument.
It's not
a lot
possible.
of just 10 years ago, he was kind of talking about,
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
He went in on police, yo.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't even, half his songs. Remember that era that he was going ham from like 06 to like fucking 2011. When I was in high school, everybody was feeling him. He has so many songs saying "fuck the police," "why y'all killing us," all this crazy shit.
Yeah, but what I'll say to that, my bad to cut you off.
No.
Like even he said, like in the second interview, he said there shouldn't be a title on it or there shouldn't be a name on it. That's how he kind of started off his statement. But when he was doing what y'all talking about, like in the old era of Lil Wayne, he didn't have like a name on it. He didn't have a title on it. He didn't call it so and so. He like just spoke about it. That's
where the controversy begins, because one minute you made songs in your albums about situations that have occurred in your city, around the world, and you try to bring, and you had collabed with so many people. The problem is not even that he tried to send off a different message. It was him trying to make it seem like, man, what is this? Like, I don't like, what is this bullshit? Like, That's the whole. That was the big problem.
That's what I got from it.
It ain't just, I don't want to call it Black Lives Matter. No, that's fine. That's how he feels. There's some people who feel like all lives matter, of course. And if only he knew how to talk in interviews, it would have came out differently. But
he too much of a vet to not know how to talk in interviews.
Right.
Even Birdman talks better in interviews.
I don't know about that. Now, if you
ever seen Birdman interviews?
I'm thinking specifically of one interview. Yeah, I was thinking of that one.
Besides that interview.
Besides that, he can talk a good game. Period. He knows how to talk.
Yeah,
I mean, look where you got to think of. Yeah, I would imagine so, because look where he at. I mean, dude, pimp everybody over in Cash Money some kind of way.
They ain't got nothing to do with interviews though.
That's what I'm saying. Lil Wayne is
he charismatic.
Oh, you saying okay? That like
he got
know how to talk. He know how.
Y'all know who Tax Stone is, right?
Nah.
Y'all know who Tax Stone is?
Heard the name before.
He was like on 105.1. He was in the Breakfast Club. He be in Charlemagne's show with Andrew Schultz. Like, he got his own podcast though. Well, for a ghetto ass dude like that, hood dude, he knows how to like handle his business and talk in interviews. That's crazy to me. Lil Wayne is a vet.
Articulates.
Yeah.
So I mean, on that end, I mean, like I said, he can say whatever he wants. That's fine.
Yeah, it's the way you say it. Yeah, it's the way you say it.
Now,
Black Lives Matter,
now
what
what
is
you
that
say is
shit?
how you say it, yo.
I
Yeah,
know.
he
What
said
is
like
that
what's
Yo,
this Black
yo.
Lives Matter? Nah.
Yo, what's the name? How to talk interviews too, yo? Y'all ever seen a Plies interview, yo?
Plies.
He don't sound nothing like how he rap.
Yeah,
yo.
I heard he had don't he got a degree or he went to school for a good bit. I don't know if he got.
I mean, a lot of
like-
rappers got a
He had
degree
like four.
though.
Yeah, he had like
Listen, and
4.
that's always good. Hey, I ain't hating on nobody with that.
2 Chainz got a degree.
But,
No, he don't. That was never proven. That was the most
Just saying.
made up thing.
He got
I've
a
Communications.
Like, no, he don't.
yeah,
He got a degree, bro.
man, listen, 1 minute he was selling drugs from 14 to like 22. When did he have a degree at that time? But
Yeah, I looked
Kanye-
up. That was
Kanye
never
got a degree.
confirmed.
nah, but yeah, I mean,
Chef Swank.
You guys heard the well, SFG. You guys heard that designer song, right? Zombie. I think it's called Zombie Walk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
I
made
heard
a
the song.
video that he breaks down the lyrics. Anybody knows exactly what the hell the song was about?
Well, the song I say in general, he said in a video, he said that actually he was trying to help out his friend that has a disability where he walks. I don't know what it's called, but they have like a condition where their knees are not strong enough for them to walk.
Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah.
And he walks like that, so he was saying, "Oh, you got that zombie walk." So he made like a song
Wow,
about
that's
it.
so
And
fucked up.
Here's the
I
thing.
said the same
he's-
thing, Ricky. I
He's
said
in the
That's so
video though.
fucked
He's in the video though. So
yeah,
he's
like the way he described it, like it's a
But
supportive
his
thing to
lyrics don't
inspire,
even
but it
sound
just
like
don't.
that, though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
don't.
it don't.
Yeah, it
They
don't seem
but I'll
like.
be honest with you. I don't look. This is as crazy as it sounds. When he breaks down his lyrics in a few videos that he made tracks, he
Yeah.
actually says some heavy shit. Like he says, like he makes a lot of sense. It's just how he sounds that people be like, nah. Like even me, I even said it too with Panda. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. But when
I
he
think-
breaks it down, I'm like, oh
Bro,
shit.
I think that's the problem with like a lot of rappers now, cause like a lot of them actually got bars. Well, not I wouldn't say all
Yeah,
of them,
what's
that-
but some of them got bars. It's just you don't know what they saying though. Like, what
Why
are
do
you
think,
saying, my dude?
Denzel Curry had some solid
I
shit.
like the way I like Denzel Curry though, man.
Yeah, he not bad.
I like his flow. But
I've
yeah,
been talking about him lately.
yeah, he got a lot of flow, man. I hope he reaches further though, because he got a lot of good flow. Even Young M.A. got some flow, yo. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
Oh,
lie.
yeah.
she's pretty decent.
Ooh.
You got some bars.
Oh, that's definitely Heffany line. It's not that.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
don't
definitely
like
heavy.
that.
Makes no sense to me. I think of
It's
a
not
fat
that
bitch when you say Heffany.
It wasn't that great, yo.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is that song popped off when the lyrics is
Yeah,
ass, but
she said like it was the coldest line ever. They like, oh, leaning in the
they
video.
call her Stephanie.
I call her Heffany,
I'm like,
oh.
Bro, I just heard on the radio today. I'm just like,
I'm actually gonna bring into this. I want Chef to speak on this because I know he's a big baseball fan. The whole Cubs and Cleveland World Series. They went to Game 7, right, Chef?
Yeah, they went to Game 7. The game was really good because they actually went into extra innings, and it was just, to me, it was like one of the best games of like the season. Like,
In years, I heard.
it was a really good game, to be honest. It was like Cleveland coming back. They was down, especially Rajai Davis with the clutch home run that tied up the ball game. It was just
I seen the highlights. It was good.
it was a really good game, man, because both these cities were in World Series droughts, and the Cubs had like 108 years without winning a title.
That's crazy, yo.
So even Cleveland was going with like, I think it was like 50 years without winning a championship. So it's like you get to see like some of these teams, even with teams in other sports, man. It's just like these droughts
it's
and not winning is
World
like crazy.
Series yearly, or it's like
Yeah, no, it's yearly.
It's just
Every
like
season.
NFL.
It's just like
NBA.
the NBA finals.
It's more
or
like
the-
NBA though.
Yeah,
7 games, because NFL I think it's just 1 game. So
yeah, one
Yeah.
game.
I heard this game, like a lot of people was going crazy. What I actually liked about the World Series, to be honest with you, and it sounds like this has to be like the dumbest reason, is that we seen two teams that we are not familiar with hitting the World Series often. Like I love the Yankees, but I'm the type of person that I love to see change. And I know that's why you can't call me a true baseball fan, because as much as I love the Yankees, I was like, yo man, I want to see some new teams make it. So I know as weird as that sounds, but I seen the highlights to this game. It looked a little too intense.
Yo, but the
Too
thing is,
intense.
I
The
feel
highlights,
them.
It, man. I seen the
I
highlights
feel
this
for the
morning.
fans, especially like the Cubs fans. It was like 108 years of finally winning the championship.
that's a
They
long
talking about
time,
They got-
bro.
that's
some
yeah,
people
that's
were
rough.
like sitting like at a cemetery watching the game
Oh yeah,
with their
That was-
father like in
Yeah,
the grave.
cemetery.
yo,
I was
there
like,
was-
bro,
it was that
that's
crazy.
it's really that serious. It's
That's
like
crazy.
Wait,
people
did they
have
win the World Series though, Chef? 108 years ago?
Yeah, they won it in 1908. I think we'll say 1908.
The cemetery.
No. King, I'll explain it. So what happened was a lot of these, because remember, like for example, I think in Chicago the Cubs when they won their first World Series, obviously that's so long ago that for them to make it this year, a lot of families went to the graveyards, of the family members who lived during that time period and show respect, because you got true diehard fans. Being that those, I guess, were vets or whoever, they went to see them and commemoration of just like the Cubs winning, and just like threw a lot of stuff on there. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how serious it was to a lot of Cubs.
Yeah, because especially on Twitter, you've seen it, like people are just crying. It was just like very emotional, because I felt it too, because
you gotta remember that was
you see all that
when they first won.
Pre-war. Like you see that and just like see the people's reaction. It was just like I was really happy for the people who love the Cubs, and just
that's a long time though.
I'll give it to Cleveland for making it and stuff. I just wanted the Cubs to win more, to be honest.
Did they win?
The Cubs won.
The Cubs won.
Yeah,
that was the longest streak ever, right?
I'm a big sports head, right? Like Falcons, I'm watching it now and I love them to death, but I think that's a little too much, overall.
All right, you know what else, King? I understand. Matter of fact, you go first, little guy.
Well, I was gonna say like you don't watch baseball like at all, or not as much, do you, King?
I don't watch baseball at all.
Yeah, I don't believe
like not at all.
I understand.
That's cool. Like everyone's got their fan base.
I understand it though. Like I know the rules and shit, so it's not like I'm like ignorant to it. I just don't watch it.
Absolutely not. That's not it.
Yeah.
So basically, the best way I can break it down is like, if you've been, say, if you're a Falcons fan, right, and say if your family raised you to be a Falcons fan, and you go on that, that's like a tradition for y'all. So it's like it was almost like a level of hope, if you will.
Yeah.
It's like the message, like people posting messages like never give up, and people now are going to use that as like an example. So when they're talking about how generations were actually going to cemeteries with portable TVs, that's actually what happened. Like there's fans that like are deceased and gone that have been long-term Cubs fans. So like it goes a lot deeper than you think, and it's even crazy because even Cleveland was more, what's the word I want to say, humble, because Ohio fans, they got basketball, but like it's been a minute since a baseball team like they can even make noise, so they were even saluting the Cubs themselves. So like baseball, even though it's just a fundamental sport, in this case it's more like a
it's deeper. You know what?
It's a lot deeper.
I can help you out with that. Baseball,
go ahead.
King.
Yeah.
Baseball, 1900s. That was the biggest thing for people who were in the war. Was baseball.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of movies that are out. You ever seen A League of Their Own? It was females though, but have you guys ever heard of that movie?
I've heard of it.
Well,
I've never seen it.
Madonna was in it, Rosie O'Donnell, but basically that was like a little thing on the side though, but showing like the women's league at that time in the 1920s, like early war, and the fact that how big baseball played a part in the United States because of war, like World War I, and having baseball was just that one big thing that kept veterans and just people in the war intact with what's going on in society. That was like their biggest thing. So and it's not the same with football, and it's not the same with basketball at all. So seeing that happened, remember baseball's been through it all with the Great Depression when everything happened. Baseball was just that one
segregation
sport.
and everything.
Even racism. Jackie Robinson
was big. So the fact that I even think too, like, yeah, it's a little bit over the edge. They brought portable TVs, but I can definitely respect them going to like the graveyards of those family members who were at war during the time of like these hard times, and with the Cubs, and them just bringing stuff and like really there depressed and sad because these people grew up with that mind, like what Pseudo was saying, being a diehard Cubs fan. I never witnessed that. I see a lot of football players actually, football fans being diehard fans to the point where you see people fighting fucking car lots.
They'd be ready to fight, bro.
Yeah.
Worse than basketball. You see football fans fighting like crazy, but there's people who will go out their way. Being that Cubs played a huge part during pre-war and World War I, it was ridiculous during that time. So I was actually super happy for them to win. 108 years later. That's why they showed images of World War I in that time period.
That's all they showed. Like they showed like the last time they won, it was like black and white photos.
Yeah, man.
All right, so a better example. You guys seen the Nat Turner movie or heard of it?
I heard of it.
You guys know the whole Nat Turner situation. He was like a pastor, whatever. He would go through the cotton fields and uplift a lot of the slaves when they were down and depressed in the field. It's similar to that nature, whereas baseball was the one single thing that helped uplift people from that during that time period, as well as just the soldiers. It was like a big thing, so that's why, just to break that down. I know it's still over the edge for you, but like I
guess with the whole like war thing being like the motivation behind it, and I guess I can see how it can get really emotionally tied into it.
It tied a lot of families together. Like football is the second sport to me, in my opinion, and soccer is probably going to be like number one. But football is like the second sport to me that really ties family together, as far as it being like a big, heavy fan of a team or something like that. Like I grew up being a fan of the New York Jets and New York Giants just because my family, So that's how it is. But I just wanted to break that down a little bit. And then, Chef, how's our Knicks looking?
Well, I'll tell you this, man. We got a game tomorrow against the Bulls. We're 1-3. So,
2 days ago, because it's gonna be aired late.
Oh yeah, well I said Friday.
So yeah,
Friday,
1-4.
Friday we're gonna be playing the Bulls.
It's gonna be 1-4.
We're gonna be we're 1-3 right now. So hopefully we get some. We got some going good. We if we play defense, the team will be better. Bench, like I understand we have a shitty bench, but it doesn't like
that don't matter, man.
That don't like it. Just you got to play defense at the end of the day. You just can't not just all give up, because that's what I'm seeing is these dudes just giving up after they get blown out by like 15 to 20 points. I'm like, bro, you can't give up. You got to keep playing until the buzzer sounds. Like you just can't do it. But I have good hopes. It's still early in the season. But they right now they just get me mad.
You know what's crazy to me? I think they play well together. I think the problem is we have a shit ass bench. When our players get tired, we don't have no one. Like realistically, we don't have another dominant force. Like remember, Warriors had a beast bench. Even Cleveland had a decent bench.
Yeah,
out here bodying people. We don't have shit. We got Jennings.
The thing is, they don't move the ball at all.
The ball right. I think
the
playbook is probably gay. Like I don't.
They need to like. I understand the triangle and all this, but the thing is, if it ain't working, just go back to modern sets and do more pick and rolls, because they actually do better when they do like stuff like pick and rolls.
Like the triangle going through Noah.
Say it again.
Like the triangle has like a dominant post player. Who y'all dominant post player?
Well, Noah's actually getting like almost 10 assists. He's getting high assist numbers for centers.
Like I said, like they're all doing good. We still have a long way to go. Man.
Yeah.
We put and another thing I want to bring up with sports. I'll just get this out of the way now. I know you guys been when we be in the Discord talking about this. How many fucking salary caps are going up? Who they paying?
Bro, like 3 people just went up. Like 2 or 3 people went up. Like last week.
Oladipo.
The Thunder paid a couple of people.
The Thunder paid like Steven Adams too.
How much he gave? 100 million?
Yeah, he's getting more than 100 million.
God damn! And
they
it's just gonna go
out
up too. It's gonna go even higher.
It's because of the salary caps. Some of these contracts is not gonna be like how we're gonna be saying, 100 million for who? Like that's going. But the thing is, with the salary cap is not gonna be as crazy as people think. So some of those contracts might be just for like. It'll be up 400 years, but the thing is, for the salary cap terms, it's not gonna be that much. It's gonna be like probably like 10, like $100 million contract might be like 10 million or like 15 on the cap.
Bro, $1 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, I understand, but against the cap, it's not gonna be that much.
Well, I mean, the thing is, NBA went through that drought. They went through that closeout. Remember? And now all of a sudden they just out here just throwing bread. But I mean,
that's good.
Is the Knicks
I want more basketball. Shit, they threw bread at Noah. Noah's making like almost 80 million. So
that's decent. I ain't gonna lie. That's pretty good.
Yo, who was it that just randomly fell like in that clip?
Oh, Sam Derrick. What was
like he tried to do like a stutter
step,
it's like fall.
Yeah.
Man, get your ass out of here. After that play, they should have called a timeout and gave him a technical for retarded fucking way of running.
He got hit with that lag switch.
Should call timeout took that man jersey and
He was-
took
Bro, he got hit in the face with the ball, bro.
He was about to-
He should have got a foul call on himself.
He was about to blame 2K.
That shit
He's
is about
about to blame it on him. Like,
He should have
dang.
got a foul call on himself. He's so damn dumb for that shit. He dead ass trip.
You saw his show in the
that's embarrassing.
Raptors. He's like, "Oh, my girl's right over there. I got you." Whoop. Slip. Like,
Nigga
oh.
did
You see her walking out.
She turned the shirt around. She turned the shirt inside out, like ooh, because she had his name on it and shit. Like forget it.
She's
Right,
like, put that right back down.
It took jersey off.
She's standing up. That's my. Oh.
That's
nah.
my bed. Oh, yo.
Uh-oh.
Sleep back. Oh, he's in the bathroom. All right, yeah. That shit. Nah, but all right. So, in other news, we got this gaming shit that's going on. My question to y'all is, before we talk about Titanfall, Call of Duty, Battlefield, and just all these games that are dropping. We got some more games that are coming out this month, November, as well as next month. Also, just want to let you guys know, if you guys are thinking about buying any kind of consoles, Sony actually had invited me to go watch their presentation and launch party for the PS4 Pro in New York, in the city. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to go because like I work. Like hopefully it wouldn't fall on my schedule. I think it's actually a Monday. I'm not too sure, but just they're launching the PS4 Pro. But I suggest everybody hold their money because Black Friday's coming. And they just put out a form saying that a lot of stores are actually going to be closed. Therefore, they suggest people just order online. So try to save your money then. Probably Xbox is going to offer a fucking TV with an Xbox One S.
Oh, they did.
Yeah,
I saw
like-
one for Best Buy. I think it
For like
was.
Free TV.
600, yo. It's
Like if
crazy.
you think like the console's gonna be like $250 and cheaper because they're already like
Oh, yeah.
$299.
Or
So it's
even
gonna
if it
be,
is 300, 6 games with it.
Damn.
that's 6 games. That's a good.
With a new
See,
TV
That's
too.
5 games.
That's a steal right there. Sure.
And at that time, and at that point, if you guys ask me, what should I get, an Xbox One or PS4 Pro?
Xbox
or PS,
One.
I do consider Xbox One because Microsoft is bundling it either with a Surface Pro for $800, which is not bad because it's a 6 gig Surface Pro that has I think 500 gig memory in it, and a Surface Pro can literally play some PC games. That shit's powerful as shit. Or they're gonna offer it with a laptop or a fucking TV, a 4K HDR TV for $600.
I'll take that TV.
Yeah,
4K
Like a regular
TV
laptop?
for
they
600.
They offered it last year with the regular Xbox One, a 4K flat screen 42 inch. 4K.
Remember that.
That's
yeah,
dead.
you'll end up getting out with a come up with
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Like, so it's ridiculous. Just try to say.
Y'all don't think PlayStation would do a good bundle?
As far as with TVs included, nah, because
Probably like Call of
Well, I doubt with TVs or anything like
They
that.
could, but they
Nah,
They
nah,
won't.
they
I just
would,
like
they
they
would
might-
never do.
They're
it.
probably bundled with like mad games. Well, probably like 5 at the most. Maybe probably just 3.
I put probably three games, yo.
3.
And
It'll
probably
be like
some accessories or
exclusive.
something.
while we speaking on holidays, don't forget check out like they always do like mad deals on video games too, especially like games that like may have came back like a year or so. You never got a chance to play. They go mad cheap around
I
Black
will
Friday
get one
time.
free,
So,
buy 2, get 3 free.
Right.
They doing retarded shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right.
Target
It's like
got-
they try to lose money somehow. That's why. I
Target
like
right
the
now.
That's what it
I
do.
don't know if it's gonna end by the time this air, but I know Target is doing you buy 2 games, you get 1 free. I think on all their games, so
Oh, even the new ones.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I seen that.
They
article.
usually
I
fine
guess,
print
like,
that whole like only used games.
Right.
Only
They
games
say-
that came out 6 months ago and like.
Yeah, they dead ass be doing that. I know the PSVR, they're gonna have a deal with that. I know they're gonna have a deal with racing. They're gonna have a deal on a lot of shit. But actually, to the actual question, my thing is, even we have flops this year in a lot of titles. But how do you guys actually feel? And I want each of you guys to answer. How do you guys actually feel about this fourth quarter or quarter 4 in gaming, or just as a year as a whole? Because believe it or not, every week since September, the middle of September to now, we've actually had a AAA game drop. So I know it's been kind of heavy on a lot of people's pockets. I know a lot of people, it's been like, difficult because there's so many different titles. So I just want to know, starting with you, Swank, like, has this quarter 4 been a bit difficult, or do you actually like the games that are dropping? Are you satisfied? Like, what's been going on since this quarter 4? Are you impressed with what
Like,
the lineups have been?
Yo, I am impressed with the set lineup because there's really mad games. You can't be like, yo, there's no games out. There's mad games out. But my problem is I don't have enough funds to play all the games. Luckily for me, like I kind of like got to play some games for a short period of time to like friends or whatever, and then like especially with Battlefield 1, for example, I played the beta, really loved the beta, but I didn't get the game day one. And then like probably after a week, I was like, yo, I really want to play this game. So once I got to play the game, that's the only game I've been focusing on. So finding a game and you know you're gonna be playing it for a while is gonna be the wave for a good minute, unless you got the bread for it. But there's a lot of games out, and like you just named Battlefield, Titanfall, and Call of Duty. Like those are 3 shooters alone that's coming out like back to back to back. So there's mad games out here, man.
What about you, King? I'm gonna start with you.
As far as like games that's left to come out,
Yeah, games that are left to come out. What's your thoughts on this year's gaming? Do you feel like has this been organized sloppy with the type of releases? Like what's been going on? Like how do you feel? Have you been impressed with some of the lineups? Satisfied?
I don't know, man. Like, I ain't as far as like now. I don't think I said like that. I want to go probably buy another game for the rest of this year, which is surprising. The only thing I might consider getting is Titanfall 2, and then for Black Friday I might get WWE 2K. But I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't feel like I don't like nothing. Like I ain't like Mafia 3 enough to buy it. Battlefield 1, I don't like it enough to buy it. I bought Xenoverse 2, and I don't even think I'm gonna play it again after I beat the story. Like I played that for the first week or so and beat the story, and I don't even know if I'm gonna play it again since then. So I don't know. I think I'm waiting for a game that I feel like I could play for a long time. Because if I get Titanfall 2, I'm gonna play it for like a month max. I feel like, and that's kind of like a overreach on that. So I don't know. I don't really feel any kind of way about it yet, unless something big dropped that I'm waiting on.
As funny as it may sound, I think like not trying to bring up like because I know not everybody are into MOBAs or MMO, like but I think if we had a game that was super intense, like a MOBA type of style that we could have purchased, I think we would have probably been like on a game like that heavy. Whereas content will always come out.
Right.
It wouldn't be like we play, because I've noticed this year, and I'll just get my answer out of the way, is that we've been getting hit singles as far as video games. So we'll get games that are hot, we beat them, and there's no point in playing them no more. Just like music, we listen to this shit for like a week and that's it.
Wait, South Park, it still come out in December, or they pushed that
next
back?
year.
It got pushed back.
That's what it was.
I just
So,
wish like there's so many games coming out this fourth quarter. I just wish like they would have spread some out so we'd have games in the summer, because the summer be dry, bro. So
Facts.
that's my only request.
Facts.
And what about you, SMG?
I actually think some of these games actually come out in the fourth quarter. If I'm not mistaken, and a couple of them were actually delays. They were supposed to be out previous, like earlier
That's
this
why-
year.
Yep, they were.
Yeah.
So it's actually bad. I mean, it's not bad, but it's for them to all come together. It's like you're picking and choosing what you're gonna play,
Facts.
and that's I guess you can call that a smart marketing standpoint. But for gamers, you gonna have them certain ones that's like, oh, I'm only gonna play this, I'm only gonna play that. But I feel like the game's at least solid. At least they're not broke on day one yet. I mean,
True.
Infinite Warfare dropped.
Yet.
So.
That game broke before. It's
Bro.
day 0, bro.
Dude,
That game ass.
They dropped my problem right there, SMG, is the fact that a lot of these games got delayed, and they thought it was a smart idea to try to capitalize on the holiday season, so they decided to drop all their games
Everybody
around
was
this
thinking
time.
I like.
Yeah, half of them shits are like, half of these games feel rushed, incomplete, trash. Some of them are really good, but for the most part, I feel like they've done this because they know people are just gonna go top dollar with it because of the holiday season. But
Alright.
Barry, if you want to give your thoughts on this year so far.
Yeah, for sure. Man, I know I'm the type of dude that really I prioritize getting games that I know that I'm gonna play for a minute.
Right.
That I get those first. I don't kind of get everything exactly when it comes out. With that being said, it's still games this year I haven't even touched yet. I haven't touched Ratchet and Clank yet, and it's a good sale on it right now. I haven't touched Ratchet and Clank yet.
That's surprising.
I didn't even play Street Fighter 5 yet, yo. Man, that came out way early this
That's
year.
fine. You
Yeah.
ain't missing nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, listen to that. Game still ain't finished yet.
I've been waiting for it to get polished up, but
It
it's
might
just
be
still
10.
it's still a few titles. And then November is just like, yo, like it's getting crazy. You got Xenoverse 2. I want.
Watch Dogs 2.
I'm gonna say it, IW. Getting that.
Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs
You
2.
could have at least said Modern Warfare Remastered to that.
Yeah, you
I
could've
mean that
pretended
too.
you
I
getting
mean
it for
Call of Duty. So both games. I'm saying, got both of those. I'm probably gonna play the campaign on Modern Warfare because I did enjoy the campaign.
You got
The much
Battlefield 1?
stuff I played. I'm probably not gonna get Battlefield 1, but I mean, I still got the Origin assets for it. So I got that. You know what I'm saying? I got Final Fantasy coming out the end of this month.
Oh yeah.
Crazy,
That's 5
yo.
games right there.
Yo, and all in November,
And
man.
Titanfall too.
Titanfall 2. Dog, like,
No, you
come
had
on.
Titanfall 2 too.
Yeah, he had
Yeah, I got a Titanfall. I got it on PC. So it's just so much that's coming at us. I think Q4 about to fire, yo. And even if I had a Wii U, I could be playing. Everybody saying I'm hearing good things about the new Paper Mario that just came out, and that's a whole nother story. So I know Q4, Q4, man.
All right, cool. What about you, Pseudo?
Oh man, rip my wallet. Pretty much for the most part, like I'm trying not to sound like a broken record. I always say that, but for the most part, I feel like there's something for anyone, everyone to play. Like I've said this before and I'll say it again. If you're one of those cats where you say there's nothing to play, like I said earlier, you can't really call yourself a gamer because you're just waiting for that one thing. That being said, though, there's so much stuff that's just it's coming out in combos, and it's just because the fact our generation, I think it coincides with what's going on as far as attention span now, because people can literally beat games like that, and then it's just like no more. So in a way, it's good. So like people can knock them out and just keep up with what's going on. As far as how I feel about it, if you looked at my backlog right now, man, like I got games I need to finish on PC. I got games from last gen I want to finish up. I'm actually trying to like prioritize and examine myself as far as what do I feel I really will enjoy, and what do I feel like I'm just like, I'll just maybe like watch a video or two of it and make a decision from there. Just Q4, man, this happens all the time. They always give us the hottest stuff at the end of the year. So
holiday season, yo.
Yo, it's like you really gotta strategize how you want or what you want and at what time, because everything new, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have a good budget for that. So
Right.
What about you, Chef?
All I gotta say is, my peoples, start working that overtime, get your money up, cause looking at these games, ain't nobody got no money for this. Like people gotta pay bills, do some other stuff, or you can't spend $60 every other week. Like, oh, they got a new one dropping this week. Oh man, what next week? We got another game dropping. Oh man,
Absolutely.
like, but in all seriousness, I've been enjoying what's dropping. It's been a lot of games cluttered in Q4.
Yeah.
So right now for me, I'm just picking and choosing which one I'm really gonna grab up.
right.
But right now I'm really enjoying it. Like I got Titanfall 2. I like the gameplay of it. I really like it. But the thing is, like once a lot of Titans come down, it's like pretty much GG. It's really over. I really do want to grab up Infinite Warfare with the Modern Warfare remaster, but it's just dropping 80 bills on it. I don't know if I'll probably go half with my cousins or something. Do that. I really recommend that, because then dropping 80 bills. And Battlefield 1, very fun. Got that on Origin Access. Really, really cool. I'm still not the best with the mouse and keyboard, but it's been really like good. What? I'm saying like I'm saying like I'm not the best at it, but I'm like still learning, still like getting used to it. But it's still fun. It's still a fun game, and really much that's it, because everybody really said basically what I was gonna think about.
Do y'all think there's too many games at one time? Like, do we have too many options?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I wish some of this stuff came out last year, because I'm looking at last year, man. I was not feeling this way about all these games last year, yo. Like a lot of remasters came out last year. A lot of unnecessary remasters came out this time last year. Like nothing really grabbed me last year, but around this time. This year though, boy, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I wish some of these games came out last year. Be honest with you.
Like, let me put it like this. We got this week, last week, we got, or just in the month of October, November, and December, we had WWE, Rise of Tomb Raider for PS4, Mafia 3, we had Dragon Quest, which a lot of people for some reason bought that, Gears of War 4, we had Battlefield 1, Civilization 6,
I don't even play that game, so we could.
Fire.
We had Xenoverse 2, Titanfall, The Elder Scrolls, Skyrim Special Edition. We also got coming is Call of Duty, like we mentioned. We got Dishonored 2, Watch Dogs 2, Pokemon Sun and Moon, Final Fantasy 15, Watch Dogs 2 again on PC this time. We got Steep, Dead Rising 4, and The Last Guardian. Now, with that being said, there's still a bunch of games that are supposedly releasing this month and next month that still haven't gotten an actual release date, which I'm pretty sure they're gonna actually delay. But the fact that everything is coming at us at once, I'd hate to be 12 years old.
That's at least like 40 and up, like
Bro,
$40 to $60. So,
bro, I hate to be 12 years old at this time. Like when I remember at that time when I was 12, and I obviously did not have a job, and moms could not afford to get me all that. So out of these like 20 games,
You have to pick and choose.
I had to pick one.
One.
game.
One.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. Some of these gonna have to get these pirate work, man.
Yari.
For real.
I ain't
yo.
gonna lie, some more of these might get more in my backlog, man.
Somebody better get these this
Some of these
Blackbeard work,
games,
yo.
they're gonna hit this red box.
That too,
Yeah, man.
man.
Work that OT.
Game,
I'm telling you.
red box.
OT,
Yeah.
OT.
I want everybody to name like individually, but make it quick. Obviously, y'all top 5 most anticipated for the rest of this year. Yeah,
For the rest of this year,
I can't.
yeah. Like
can go.
all the
I-
games that's coming out, do
I
a
can
top
go.
5.
Or
I can
anything.
go. Final, not in no order. Final Fantasy. Have I played? Or
wait,
like
can we
as far
mention
as
games that we've played as well this year?
I have
Like
not
that-
played
bro,
yet.
we don't have
The rest-
many
the
games
rest-
dropping this
that
year.
has came out yet? That has
Rest-
came out already, but I haven't played it. Is that fair?
Oh, that ain't fair.
No, what I'm saying is that some of these games, like they aren't hitters that are like would be considered my top 5 that are coming out already this year.
Just
That's-
out of the ones that's left, though. Just your
Okay,
top
all right, yeah, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that
yeah.
makes sense.
We
I
need-
to
we
the
need-
left.
We forgot to say The Walking Dead, Clementine coming back.
Bruh.
Oh, see, ain't no.
Bruh.
I got to get the list,
That's a
yo.
must buy.
So The Walking
Yeah.
Dead,
Well, yeah, I'm about to say ain't no coming out this year.
I
Shit,
wa- Watch Dogs 2,
Go for it.
Final Fantasy. I'm looking into this Yakuza 6. I never played a Yakuza game.
Oh, okay.
That's coming out in
It came out
December.
years ago. It's coming back out now. Okay.
And my 5th one, it's probably gonna have to be if I end up getting the in 3DS, it's gonna be this Pokemon Sun and Moon. I haven't played a Pokemon game since Heart Gold, so
That's not bad.
I can't do 5. I don't think I can, but mine would be Steep.
There you go. So I ain't hear nobody say it. That'll be on my top 5.
No,
Yeah,
Steep
I don't
is
know
cool
why I'm
as
so
fuck.
excited.
That
I've
after
been
what Chef
I've
said,
been
Just ain't
after
cool
what I
as
saw.
Wait,
Yeah.
what y'all see?
Chef,
I played it.
keep it funky, yo. How
I
was
played it. It was okay, but it was not something that I'm really gonna drop 60 for.
Was it multiplayer though, or did you play a single version?
It was just single player for me.
It's the fun part is supposed to be multiplayer, I thought, but
Nah,
I'll
I just
probably
played
still
single
have
player
fun
for a bit.
either way.
But the thing is, if they drop out with like another beta or whatever, then I'll give it another shot.
yeah.
Ain't nothing to it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Go
mine
ahead.
would be
Yeah.
Steep, Walking Dead, Season 3. The South Park in December. Oh dang, it don't come out this year.
Right. I
Dang.
wish it.
that
That's
hurts.
something that
it
I
does
gotta
hurt
get that
bad,
and
yo.
Stick of Truth. I gotta actually play Stick of Truth
Who
like,
getting
for
that
myself
now?
instead of watching it.
Who getting the machine that smell farts though?
Nah,
Come on,
nah.
you
you got it. Modern Warfare Remaster, and that's probably it that I could think of.
I want SMG to answer next. Yeah, SMG.
Okay. Mainly I'm looking to get Watch Dogs. No order anyway.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs 2. Steep. I actually do want to try that. The beta coming up soon.
I signed up for that.
What is it? Dang, what's that name? Walking Dead. I actually want to try that. I gotta finish the second one.
Oh no.
Yeah, I gotta finish that.
I smashed that, but yeah.
Dead Rising 4, and then Last Guardian.
Okay.
That still come out this year?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still
December
got
It
this.
went gold. The game went gold.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
Huh.
Yep. But matter of fact, King, you go. Yeah, let us know your top 5.
I go. Mine would be I'm gonna go with Steep, like I said, Swank. Steep, Walking Dead, of course. I want to say WWE 2K and like Titanfall. That would be like 4. I only even have 5. I wish South Park was still. It'd be 5, but
Yeah,
it's
I
jank.
figured that.
Yeah.
What about you, Pseudo? I'll go last. So what about you, Pseudo?
I mean, South Park's not there for me, so that might be off my list. So I'm gonna try to pick this. Man, when I heard it was like delayed, I'm like, man, what the heck? Train work.
No, they can't hear it though. Remember, I'm like,
Gotcha. Okay. No, I'm gonna pick mine. So I'll try to pick a couple of games that aren't in the list, but I'll pick 2 that are. So Watch Dogs 2, obviously. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to try Amnesia.
I gotta catch up. I gotta see what the hype is with Watch Dogs 2, by the way.
I'm sorry.
no, continue.
No, Amnesia, Dead Rising 4, and what was that, 3? And I'm gonna have to say Steep. So.
Okay. Hey, wait, Chef, did you go?
No, I'll go.
Yeah, go, Chef.
For in no order, I'll take Watch Dogs 2, the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I saw it.
I forgot about
What you said?
He said the Ezio collection.
The Ezio collection. Yeah. Dead
Oh,
Rising 4, Killing Floor 2 is coming for PS4, so I'm gonna definitely try that out for the PS4. Let's see. There's not really something that's really gonna catch my eye, to be honest. Maybe try out. What's up?
Dead Rising 4?
I said that.
Oh, no, that.
Then probably I'll try out Dishonored 2.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. From what I'm looking at, that's probably it. Like those games that are just named, those are probably like the only games. Maybe if I'm able to grab it, then Call of Duty. That's it.
Okay.
Watch Dogs 2 looking pretty good. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
Wait,
lie.
that's what I wanted to just get a quick. Like, what's the hype with Watch? I thought everybody hated Watch Dogs.
I'm the
So what's
number one
going on?
guy. I will expose myself.
Yeah.
I said fuck Watch Dogs 2. Exactly. I said I fuck Watch Dogs 2 simply because of what happened with the first one, and that was before seeing official gameplay, not that quick little what we
not
thought,
cutscene,
but seeing that we got some YouTubers who are playing it and uploading gameplay, seeing that there's better customization, there's better, like the world looks better to play in, the parkour mechanics even in a third-person game looks dope, because I mean obviously Assassin's Creed has some okay parkour. The way they did it in this game, I'm actually interested in what they have.
I like how they gave their characters personality.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they really improved on the first game. So I never played the first game because everybody's giving it like bad reviews, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it.
The first one wasn't like horrible. Like it wasn't like completely horrible, but like the second chapter was so long that you just like, nah, I want to.
Who pre-ordered it? Who pre-ordered it, by the way? Who
pre-order?
Who planning it day one?
I'm getting it on PC, which comes out the 29th of November.
Yeah.
It depends on what happens. Like,
I'll get that hard work.
Ricky, I was actually gonna ask, why do y'all agree with the argument that it should have had a jump button in the first one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I believe that any Ubisoft game should have a jump button. If you look at it, almost all Ubisoft games don't have a jump button.
That's what I was going to ask you, is who was pre-ordering, because I wanted to see who learned from past mistakes. I was trying to see if anybody was going to pre-order Ubisoft.
No more like that.
Not Ubisoft. That's the thing. That's why I ain't paid attention to Watch Dogs, is Ubisoft. I'll probably like look into it, and if it is as dope as y'all making it sound, then yeah, I'd fucking not day one, like week one in hell, but not day one.
By the way, though, I'm gonna actually add January into this, because January definitely ties into what like this year, since like a lot of games dropped like early. So my first game is actually Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Is that official?
It's official.
That's official.
Finally.
Along with Dishonored 2, Pokemon Sun and Moon, I will add Watch Dogs 2, and then Dead Rising 4. That's just mine.
Y'all say a lot about Dead Rising. I need to check it out.
I
think I played a
one on Xbox.
Wait, is that only Xbox still, right?
No, absolutely not. You can get it on
Xbox and PC.
It's coming out for the PS4 though, but in a year.
Time is this. You know what? Hey, listen, yo. I'm gonna make a bold statement, yo, and I don't care how many crazy looks I'm gonna get, yo.
Man, we gonna
Let me
look
prepare
at
my
that
crazy look for you.
Y'all
You ready?
I mean,
you look
I'm gonna do a reaction video face for it. You ready to go?
Do it. Go.
Ubisoft has learned their lesson and they about to make a comeback, man.
Oh,
How did they learn their lesson? What did they prove to us?
Well, what they did was that they keep releasing titles, their main titles yearly. I feel like now I think they're taking a step back and actually going to.
They did that in 2014. Didn't work. They didn't prove because they said they're not releasing another Assassin's Creed. And they actually did, which was Unity.
Like
that's the problem. Until we see that next year comes and there's no announcement, then I'll say okay. But when the actual game does release and it actually plays the right way, it operates the way it's supposed to, the game performs the way it's supposed to, then I'll say they actually learned their lesson. Until then, they can talk that talk and say we're not releasing the game till it's done.
I gotta walk that walk.
You letting them play you again, yo. Don't.
No,
give
I'm
them
not.
that.
I got a feeling, man. I don't know why. I just got a feeling.
I don't disagree or agree, but I see what you're saying though.
I just feel like
with the division.
The Knicks.
I warn niggas about the division, yo.
I finesse me with the division.
I warn niggas about that division.
I just feel like the Knicks like group of titles like whatever the franchises they got right now. I just feel like they're gonna be decent games like Watch Dogs 2. I feel like that's gonna be decent. I want them to make another Splinter Cell. That's what I'm waiting on.
There you getting finessed, don't.
Anyways, I don't even want to talk about the Ubisoft shit because people gonna think like they ain't the whole brand new company. They ain't changed nothing yet.
Yeah, Barry.
No, ain't nothing changed yet. Ain't nothing changed yet. All right.
Yeah, they still about that bullshit. Anyways, though.
We've been on this for a minute.
We got 2 more topics, but I actually do want to get this last gaming one out the way because the very last one about the streaming and stuff. I would like to hear everybody's opinion and thoughts as the closer. So my last thing would have to be about EA, and simply because they released 2 shooters within the same month. And do you guys think it was a smart idea? And if you want to give you an explanation, go ahead. But my question is, do you think that was a smart idea that they released 2 shooters a week back to back? Although they've had no fear on Call of Duty, but still the fact that Call of Duty is considered to be a kinetic type of warfare, do you feel like that kind of overthrow or overshadows Titanfall still? Do you think this was like a good business move? I'm gonna start with you, SMG. I'm gonna let SMG go first.
All right, I was about to ask for it anyway. But nah, yeah, I actually think it is, because if you think about it, Titanfall 2, that's a different type of thing compared to Battlefield 1, and the Battlefield series in general has its longevity if you look at the past history. So regardless, that Battlefield's gonna have its longevity. So people are going to possibly try out Titanfall 2, and we could kind of test this longevity because this time it's actually on multiple consoles. So I guess you could consider that a smart standpoint. Actually, it could have released a little bit earlier, but releasing it back to back, that's actually not bad. You got people sticking with EA right now. I know that much.
Okay. What about you? Who wanted to go next?
I'll go. I have no problem. But the problem I see is, I understand what they were trying to do and release it like back to back, but it really hurt with Titanfall, because what they were trying to do is trying to attack the sales, because everybody was giving Infinite Warfare negative reaction. So they was like, yo, we might as well release this and get some of the people who actually like that game, like the style of the game, but don't like Infinite Warfare, and like, yo, come play this game. It's like literally the same thing, but you get these like Titans, dude. Like you get rewarded. But Battlefield 1 is a really good game. I really like it. I really want to grab it for PS4 so I could like play it with more heads, because I don't really have like a lot of PC friends. So I love them. Nah, come on. No, but yeah, but you just can't do it like that, because Battlefield 1 became a big hit with a lot of people actually converting those Call of Duty heads over to Battlefield 1. Because I know like a couple Call of Duty heads that was like, yo, Battlefield 1 is really a good game, and they was like, nah, I ain't getting Infinite Warfare. And it really, with Titanfall 2, I just wish it released like at least a month later, or like around December. Like, give it like some space between the shooters that are coming out right now, because Battlefield 1 and Infinite Warfare are still like, even though we're gonna talk a lot of like shit on Infinite Warfare, it's still a heavy hitter. Let's be real. There's still people gonna go out there and buy it. There's still the fanboys gonna love it, and especially now that it's bundled with Modern Warfare Remastered. People are like really gonna shell out that $80 for it. People's gonna shell out the $80. So it really hurt them, for the meantime, it hurt them. But I don't know how it's gonna do like months later, whatever. What if they're gonna get tired of Infinite Warfare, but I really feel like it was a big mistake of releasing it together, like week to week.
I think I agree with Chef and SMG. I think they should have put Titanfall first and then Battlefield 1. Because Battlefield 1 gonna sell regardless, no matter what other shooter coming out. Like, Battlefield gonna sell. And Battlefield, like SMG said, normally lasts like years. They're not just a 1 year type of game. So, Titanfall 2 is a good game. And I know a lot of people trying it out for the first time this year. And a lot of people actually like becoming fans of the series. I know it's not gonna sell as well as like Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty, but I think it still has a good like balance out with Call of Duty. With that, I don't think Call of Duty Infinite Warfare will be a big competitor to either one after like whenever like Modern Warfare sells separately. I just think it's gonna be a big competitor now. Even though it's $80, it still be like a competitor, but once they split and sell the Call of Duty separate, that's when you'll see people really see like focusing on one shooter or focusing on only one Call of Duty. And until then, I don't think there's really much they could have really done with that.
I would probably go with the argument that I think it kind of was smart, but they could have made a few tweaks here and there. I would actually make the argument that I feel like Titanfall could have been released in the summer because it does feel like it's a summer game. As we have said before, the summer is usually when the drought hits as far as game is concerned, and most people want something filler until the big titles come out around Q4. That being said, as far as EA and what they're doing, I feel like it's kind of a platform for both past and future, because most people do want that space type of adventure, but they're kind of tired of Call of Duty or its Call of Duty name, and they're just looking for something else that's filler. Don't get me wrong, Battlefield 1 was good, but in my personal opinion, I kind of like they were kind of neck and neck. But if I had to pick one, I actually enjoyed the Titanfall demo a little bit better than Battlefield 1. Correct. But I still honestly enjoy Battlefield 1 as well. But I feel like Titanfall 2 will pull that audience in, because most people there's still a good chunk of young people out there that, how do I want to put this, that don't really enjoy, they feel Call of Duty's kind of run its prime or run its time, and it still has a lot that needs to work on. So yeah, we know it'll still sell numbers, but right. I think it'll probably still take a hit. I think most of the audience are kind of diversifying this year, and they're kind of still looking for it. So that's how I feel.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I agree with you. As far as I know, they couldn't do it because they were just beta testing it or alpha testing Titanfall 2 like a month ago. But I feel like they should have gave it room to breathe on its own. I know Battlefield and Titanfall are two different types of game. Like I consider Titanfall 2 an arcadey shooter, and Battlefield would be like a real life, more like simulation type war game. And I get that you can release them to have two different audiences, and you're trying to beat Call of Duty before they drop their futuristic game. You need to drop your futuristic game. But like I just wish they would have developed it earlier, so they could have released it around the summertime. So it could have been its own separate shooting game with its own separate shooting period, and it would have got like such a big audience versus Touchdown. But it would have got its own like audience. My bad, Julio moused on him. It would got its own audience to be like, and people who haven't tried it yet would gave it a chance. Because if you only have $60 and like it's between Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, most people go pick Battlefield 1 because it's known to be successful. It's a Battlefield game. It's known to be good already. Titanfall 2 had like a mixed opinion kind of based off Titanfall 1, so they split their own audience kind of by putting it so close together.
I'm gonna go ahead and talk about what King and SMG was talking about, as far as EA trying to mix it up, say, hey, we got Titanfall for you guys that like arcade shooters like Call of Duty, but obviously we got our Battlefield guys. Now, to be honest with you, I don't care how you look at it, I'm really not that good yet in Battlefield. I'm actually more comfortable with more arcade shooters right now because I've been playing Call of Duty for so long, and Battlefield is still new to me. So naturally, I'm a bigger fan of Titanfall 2. I'll buy Titanfall 2 before I buy Battlefield just because when I pick up Titanfall 2, I feel like it's something I'm already used to it because I've been playing Call of Duty for so often, and I feel like I fit right in. So I feel like I think the whole logic behind it was, we're gonna give you our Battlefield and our hardcore shooters, or somebody that's looking for something new of a whole different game. We're gonna release Battlefield 1. Now for my guys that are looking for a potential Call of Duty killer, which I don't think Titanfall is it yet, but something that's along the lines of Call of Duty, but it's not Call of Duty. It's definitely not Call of Duty, but it feels like Call of Duty in a way. We got this arcade shooter called Titanfall for you, and then I think that was the whole logic behind releasing those two titles. I feel like to tweak things a little bit, I feel like I would have strategically put Titanfall 2. I would have pushed it back a little bit. I would have pushed it back until that. I say that December or early January. You'd be like, wow. Well, I feel like around that time, Call of Duty heads get tired of Call of Duty. At that point, we get tired. We passed our honeymoon phase of Infinite Warfare or Modern Warfare. Past the honeymoon phase, we're like, man, this is Call of Duty. And then we pick up Titanfall, and they'd be like, oh, this is something new. I feel like it'll be a little bit more of a refresher for just people in general.
I think
people give it another chance.
I think it's best that it went before Call of Duty.
Right.
Well, if you play both of them, if you play Titanfall 2 and if you play Call of Duty, like, you know, Titanfall 2 is so smooth. Like just playing it, like the gameplay is so smooth. We play Call of Duty, it's alright, but it's not smooth like Titanfall.
I got a quick question to Barry. You said gonna get past the honeymoon phase of Call of Duty. Are you saying that Modern Warfare Remastered is gonna have a honeymoon phase and it's gonna fade out?
It might.
I feel like
well,
let's not even call it a honeymoon phase. We'll call it a nostalgia phase. A lot of the guys that want that Modern Warfare, we get it. We're gonna play it to a point, and then we're gonna be like, you know what, this is the same game, and essentially it's the same game we played a few years ago. We're gonna have fun on it, obviously.
No.
But
but then they'll start seeing like all the stuff that they kind of got frustrated with when it first dropped, maybe. So
that you might see some of that, and then you'll just see. I mean, it's kind of the same game at the end of the day. I mean, you know, as far as with Titanfall, it's a little bit different. It's got some different elements to it. Again, like Swank said, it's more smoother in my opinion. From playing the beta of iDub and playing the actual game of Titanfall. Titanfall feels a little bit more smoother, and I feel like around that time where we had it with Black Ops 3, and well, we definitely had it with Black Ops 3. Not so much with the other games. I think I've had it with the other games before that, like Ghost and ADub. But that honeymoon phase where you're like, oh, this Call of Duty is decent. You know what I'm saying? First few months, and then you like
Black Ops.
Nah, like wait, this is Call of Duty. Let me turn this off. I think that at that point, maybe that's not a bad point or bad time for people to be like, what's this new shooter that's coming out? Titanfall, because Call of Duty is like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
people are like exhausted.
Something new.
Yeah, but no, this is what I wanted to say. I tried to interrupt you, but you did not let me do it. I promise you did. Yeah, he looked at me like, you better shut the fuck up. But no. So the logic behind it is, you said they'll be tired of like Call of Duty and they'll be past the honeymoon phase. But thing is, if they're tired of it, more than likely they're tired of it because it's like this futuristic, all this jumping around shit. And they'll look at Titanfall if it came out afterwards and be like, it's the same shit. Niggas running on walls and now you got robots too. I'm sick of all this. And then they'll not even give it a try because they'll be so sick of all that running and flying and
you can't be like, yo, they tired and they want boots on the ground.
That's the big problem.
They could get the remaster. So then at the same time, it's Call of Duty Remaster versus Battlefield 1. Yeah. And with the remaster, I think because we got like two different like split era of like Call of Duty players. We got the one that started off on the original Call of 4, and you got the people that started off on like the futuristic type era. And they like people played like two different type of ways. And I think a lot of the newer players will get. Yeah, they're not gonna like this Call of 4 remaster for a long time. Like they probably like it at first. They're like, yo, this is what people were playing back when I was like in middle school. And then like after like a few months, they're gonna be like, man, this is boring.
They're gonna double tax X. They're gonna be like, what an exosuit, man?
Yeah, like why can't I fly? Why can't I fly?
Yo, just to sum this discussion, the point is, I actually did not mind I did not mind them releasing it next to Battlefield, but I do mind them releasing it next to Infinite Warfare. If they would have released it at a different time, and if Infinite Warfare wasn't to be released at the same week or so, a week before or week after, then I would have said, "Yeah, this shit is good," because it isn't like that was their vision to release both shooters. They're gonna cater to 2 people, but they now have to worry that there's another kinetic shooter in which already holds that I'm not even gonna say the standard anymore, but that is a well-known successful shooter at the end of the day, which is Call of Duty. And Call of Duty is still very popular to thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. So the problem is Titanfall 2 doesn't have that recognition yet. It doesn't have a spotlight yet. It is not that go-to shooter because simply Titanfall 2, where they fucked up at with Titanfall 1, was making it exclusive and simply just bringing it out on PC at the very end and neglecting the PS4 fan base. Therefore, it didn't have that time to really rise up, and especially the content that was missing in that game. Titanfall 2, this leaves them a lot of room to grow, but they really need to really kick it up a notch if they're trying to go and overshadow Call of Duty, which is going to be difficult because, once again, Call of Duty is one of the easiest shooters out here. And even though they've taken this lane of being a fucking futuristic kinetic shooter, they're still going to make millions regardless. So I think the smartest thing would have been to release your game a little earlier. And even though you wanted to release next to Battlefield 1, which has hit top 1 on the sales chart for 2 weeks straight, I think it wasn't good for you to release it at least a week before Infinite Warfare, because the real thing was either I buy Infinite Warfare or Battlefield 1. It was never Infinite Warfare or Titanfall 2. That was never the case. So yeah, that's just what I wanted to sum this up.
Yeah, all right. So basically, this is just a general idea or a question I thought of before the stream started. I want to get you guys' opinion. With Twitch making a name for itself because it's been around for X amount of years, and with YouTube being around for over a decade, we seeing new platforms coming out. We got Beam that's out. That's a new service. We have Twitter trying out their live stream football games now, but Facebook. Do you guys think that Daily Motion,
Ustream,
go ahead, yo.
Ustream.
Yeah, let them finish.
Anyways, what do you guys think about streaming versus YouTube? Like, do you guys think that streaming has officially become the new wave and we just don't see it yet, or do you think they got a long way to go versus YouTube as far as like content creation goes?
I can talk about that. I'll talk about that. Answer that. I feel like streaming is I feel like that there's just an audience for both. I feel like one will overtake the other. I feel like YouTubers still are strong. I feel like you don't have to be a streamer in order to be successful as a entertaining gamer, if that makes sense. Like, or see a content creator. Like, I feel like say YouTubers are going to be YouTubers. They don't necessarily have to stream. It helps, but I don't see streaming overtaking YouTube content. However, though, with that being said, I could definitely be wrong because streaming is definitely becoming a very, very strong thing. I like I said, Twitch blew up just over the past
like 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years, and Twitch is huge. You got guys that may be famous for streaming, not as much as YouTube, and vice versa. So in my opinion, I feel like YouTubers are still going to be okay if they don't stream, but I could definitely be wrong.
Well, I just got a quick answer. I just think that's like difficult because with streaming, there's a lot of different places you can stream. Like, even yourself, you probably name like 3 or 4, and that's just a few. But with YouTube, it's just YouTube. Like with YouTube, you can stream on YouTube, but it's just YouTube. You know what I mean? You post videos or you can stream, but streaming could go to so many different platforms that it's not only catered to like one website. You could go to like 10 different websites and stream.
I'll just like really end mine. My thing is, I do prefer YouTube. YouTube versus streaming. I think streaming is definitely a huge thing now. Like live streaming on YouTube, live streaming on Twitch. People do multi-streams where they have a website where you can have your Twitch you stream and YouTube at the same time to cater to all three. I think the biggest issue here is the amount of time you would have to live stream to entertain an audience versus me creating entertaining content. Have it pre-upload, which I actually find to be more better because I can engage easier, in my opinion, with the audience. If I were to live stream, I feel like I'd have more fun being around with people like you guys in the lobbies versus me by myself. There's some people who are dedicated 8 hours a day as a job to live stream, and some of them play by themselves. Live streaming though, it's a different kind of demographic because as I met people at E3, all of them were positive. YouTubers for some reason fall under this dramatic category, and there's always issues going on. They're two big different groups, and I even think like the dramatic people on YouTube, when they live stream, they're a totally different person themselves. But I just think I think streaming is actually really huge. Actually, it becomes so huge, YouTube is doing it. You see debates, political debates, you see Sony conferences, all these conferences are streaming on YouTube too. So YouTube is still capitalizing. YouTube's still making more than Twitch. Twitch is literally living off of or feeding off of the fact that now Amazon owns them. And the fact that, remember at one point they were going to shut.
Right. It's Amazon being sued.
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into that. Like, whatever they're going to be sued for, that's them. But the point is, that's a whole different thing. But my thing is that streaming is becoming super huge. If you're planning on what you want to choose, I don't suggest, in my opinion, going to be a streamer first because the promotion and for you to really promote your content out there and streaming is very difficult if you're starting off with Twitch, because how Twitch works is depending on the game you play, depending on the amount of players also or viewers, it puts that game up in the ranks. So if you're playing COD 4, you're most likely going to be on the very bottom because that's not the most hyped or live stream going on, whereas you'll see League of Legends #1. So Twitch is definitely in my opinion, a poor system to start with if you want to be a streamer. I think YouTube is always and will be always now the platform to really help you promote. But that's just all I got to say. So whoever want to go next?
I would real quick, and I'll let you go, King. I would actually argue I almost agree with you, Ricky, except for one thing. As far as Twitch goes, it depends on the content you make, because Twitch, as you notice, like not everybody's just making gaming vids anymore. Like people are doing art, drawing, people are doing music, people are doing cooking. So I would say if you want to like get your creativity as far as that is concerned, then Twitch could be a good start.
I could counter that though. The problem that's going on is that people aren't going to Twitch to see people live streaming cooking. I'm gonna be honest with you, the percentage in that, there's actually data that goes on online that you can see what people go on Twitch for. And Twitch has it's probably like 10%, which is still a lot, of people who go to see people draw. That's why YouTube's system of them live streaming made it much more easier for people to grow. Remember when I did that live stream for Madden? I know it's a video game compared to people drawing and cooking, but remember when I did that live stream with Madden, we went up to like 250 people, 260 people, and people were like, and remember I was like the top streamer in that. The way YouTube system works with live streaming, for some reason, I think YouTube actually helps more because since you're able, it's almost like uploading in a sense. So you get to tag your videos and you will pop up #1 if you're live streaming something that's being highly viewed or searched. Versus Twitch, you're still gonna have to be searched somehow, and if that video or that type of content, because remember you still got to pick the genre that you're choosing to stream with. So if you're doing cooking and you see like there's 500 people streaming cooking right now, there's a high chance of you just not being found. That's why I don't like the Twitch monopoly, because the way it is just the amount of viewers, it brings up that genre the most. So that's why with YouTube, you can literally put how to cook ribs on your tags, and if you're live streaming you cooking ribs and people are really searching that, you have no audience, can end up #1 on the search versus Twitch. Twitch does not help you in that regard, like at all. But I mean, I understand where Pseudo is coming from though, because to some degree, you could probably stream something that can help, but I just like, there's back and forth with that though. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Go ahead, King.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as far as YouTube versus, well, I'm not gonna just say YouTube since you can stream on YouTube. As far as like creating actual videos and not just streaming, like full videos for people to watch, I think it'll never be taken over by streaming. Even though streaming is super popular, like it's right now, it's the wave, it's the thing to do. and people fuck with it heavy. But as far as your creative, being creative, it limits you. Streaming, you can only do so much in a stream that you couldn't like possibly do by like doing actual video. Like imagine some of the videos where we seen like funny skits, and you can't stream a skit. You can't stream. You can't really stream a rant. Say you did like this cool 5-minute just video where you just talking straight to the camera. You don't want to stream that for an hour and keep repeating yourself to new people who come in the chat. That's not gonna be fun. Everybody will be confused. It's gonna be weird. So you always gonna need to be able to do like videos in order to actually be as creative and as funny and as whatever artistic or as dope in the kitchen cooking as you want to be. You always need to do videos. So I don't think streaming ever overtake it.
So pretty much there's pros and cons, just to sum it up to both sides of the fence, honestly.
Yeah.
And with that, at the same time, like that question, like we're all YouTubers, so
Thanks.
like that's what we focus on is YouTube and creating content and videos. Like if you was to ask a group of streamers, see, they will have a total different answer and a different point of view at it. But
That's true.
There's
You gotta-
less stress for them too, to be honest with you.
yeah,
They don't
I
have
feel like
to-
it's more stressful.
No, if you think about it, if someone's
All they
already
gotta do-
established, if someone's already yeah, Barry, what you can say?
I was about to say, going on to that, all you got to do really for streaming, man, if you, like, say if you use OBS, especially if you do it from your PC, all you got to do is start OBS, really. Your settings is already there.
Y'all
Start
talking
OBS.
about the
game,
startup. I'm talking about the actual streaming
No,
part.
I'm
You gotta go
That's
for
what I'm
hours.
saying.
No,
I mean-
you gotta go
you're
for
talking-
hours.
You're talking
though.
about like just how to start it. No, I'm talking about as far as
Keep
if
your
you
energy going
if
for
you have an
hours.
established audience,
Right.
we've streamed for 5 hours, no problem. But if you have an established audience, I
Yeah.
think it's much more easier because you obviously have a set schedule, you have
Yeah.
ways of your income, whatever. But they're aware of your content. Everything is set in stone. People can request games if they want. Same thing with regular YouTube videos. But the fact that you're live streaming and people are familiar with what you do on your live stream, I think it makes it much more easier. The problem is if, like what you just said, if you get tired, if you're just that type of person who can't really handle 8-hour streams or shit,
like
whatever.
or
you're
just
not in the
like
mood that
not
day.
in a good mood,
Yeah.
or you had a
Yeah,
bad
it's
day,
like
just
that.
got off of work.
And you got stream for these fuckers.
Right, you
Some of them-
gotta keep that image, yo.
I ain't gonna lie, people still gonna be eating though. Like dudes don't
Yeah.
get it. Like $5 a month is crazy. But if you have like 40 people subscribed to you and that's $5 a month, time
Oh
that,
yeah. I was
you
wondering
still
what you
making, you still making bank. But the fact is, like this stresses
Thanks
to
to
both.
YouTube.
This
Same with
stresses to
YouTube.
both. Well, that
Content-
wraps it up though.
Content creation 101, folks.
That's
Take
all it
notes.
is, baby.
Yep.
And this basically just wraps up the Squad Sundays on show. So basically, if you guys definitely enjoyed this, slap a like. I can't stress this enough. I don't think I say it enough. If you have any questions, stop DMing me questions because I just won't use them on the show. But if you do have any questions, email us, and I'll have the actual email on screen like right now for real for this time because I always say that and I never do. But it's squadsundaysent@gmail.com. I've gotten like 3 questions on the DM, and I actually just answered them on the DM. Like I didn't even bother answering them on the show just because when somebody DMs me, I take that as like you want an immediate answer versus emailing the actual email where I know, okay, we have to bring this into the show. So definitely try to do that. But once again, shout out to my boys, and make sure you guys subscribe to their channels, check out their Twitters and all their social media links below. This is going to be a heavy gaming week. We got Modern Warfare Remastered, which already launched. You know, it's on Sunday, and all these other games that are coming out. So you guys want to drop what games? What are your top 5 looking forward to games this year? What are your hopes for with PS4 Pro? All this good stuff. Anything you guys want us to talk about, let us know. Without further ado, I'm going to let Pseudo go first. Give the outro, my brother.
No problem. Thanks for watching, everybody. Y'all all, this was a good episode. And subscribe to everybody on the panel who's here, who's not here. Once again, shout out to y'all for watching. Thanks again. We out.
All right. We got Chef.
Like I said, I'm happy to be here talking games with my friends over, and shout out to everybody as well. Shout out to people who's watching. Follow everybody, even the people who are not here as well. You could also follow me on Twitter at ChefGunzYT. And yeah, can't wait for next week. See you soon.
Yeah. All right. We got Swank.
True. Thank you for everybody for watching. Make sure you subscribe to everybody in here. Birdie, SMG, Fame, Chef, and Pseudo, and Trey. He's not here. The whole squad, even the people not here, even Jason. And yeah, thank you for watching. And get your wallets ready because it's serious out here.
Facts.
Wow, that's right.
And what about you, Barry?
I play Pookie. No, let me stop. But thanks for having me on here, man. I'm just glad to be chilling out with my boys, my squad. Sub to everybody that's on the panel, man. Show love, like it, comment, say what up. Yeah, light it up.
All right, SMG.
All right, I ain't gonna do the outro. Just thank y'all for watching. Follow everybody. I'm gonna not
That
say
is an
subscribe.
outro. What do you mean?
He said he want to do that outro on.
That
Wow, you
outro.
mean mustard on that big, call it fast.
Some
Alright,
mustard
yeah,
on that bit.
Now what I'm gonna say is instead of it's just not just subscribe to people, actually follow them on Twitter, because we keep you up to date with most stuff, comical, everything.
Oh, absolutely, all the time with the comedy shit. That should be hilarious as hell.
Hilarious, bro.
But yeah, this is a good podcast. I'm glad we could talk about it. Just not just gaming, but everything in general is going on in life, world, sports, everything. But yeah, we out. Peace.
Alright, and King.
I don't
Anyways,
got
we
out-
out. No, let me stop.
Oh.
I'm playing. Yeah, man.
Fuck this shit, bro. GMG is where I'm going. Fuck y'all niggas, yeah. That be fucked up, right? I don't got outro. Just know that the Falcons up 40-14 with 9 minutes to go.
They were up.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe if we lose this game up 40-14 with 9 minutes, then you control shit out of me.
Y'all did lose
Shut
the game.
If y'all lose, man, you need a new team because that's crazy.
All right, yeah, outro.
We out though. You have a good one, people. Peace.
I play
Like,
Pokemon.